Hey, how you doing? I hope you're doing well tonight. I have a new bunny project I wanted to show you, and we're going to use the club because I love patterns. And this is just perfect for this project, so I figured, why not? Let's use the club. It is already the 22nd, so it's late in the month. If you haven't signed up for club yet, you can comment the word bunny on this post and not only get the link to get this cutout that I'm using, but also get the link to sign up for my club, which is a membership. Monthly, you get another project. Let me show you really quick what all you get. So this is the transfer for February. Okay. And then we have these little canvas bunny cutouts and then some stuffing. And you also get couture coral and berry ink. Okay. And every single month you'll get the transfer, the add-on, and the paste or ink packets that go with the project. And it's just fun, y'all. It's a lot of fun. So join me in that. All right, let's begin with, we'll do the frame. So I'm going to paint it this color. It's called Artifact by Deco Art. I really love this paint. It's the chalky finish. Hold on, I'll show you. I know it's going to be backwards, but that's what it looks like on the Deco Art website. I believe those are still on clearance on their website. Hopefully it hasn't sold out yet, but I really love this paint. I want to buy it in like giant gallon size containers. Just send me a vat of these paints and I'll be happy. Hey Kathy, how are you? Okay, I'm going to paint the little buttons, my easels. Now I did flip one of my easels over, so I'm going to paint the back side of it. And I probably need to paint the back side on both of them actually. So we'll let those dry and then come back and do a second layer on the whole frame. And then do the back side of both of the easels as well. Because one of them has to be flipped around, and I think it's only one that you have to paint the back on, but I never do know until I go to put it together, so might as well do both for good measure, right? Okay, so that's a pretty good coat of paint right there. I'm going to set this to the side really fast. And then for the background of the frame itself, we're going to use one of the new chalk pastes. This is called Sea Glass. Okay. I'm loving this color. It reminds me of that eggshell blue. And I'm going to probably have to do a couple of coats. So I'm going to start with one and just try to do a light coat to begin with. And then I'll come back and do a second coat to get better coverage. Okay. Now, if you want to avoid doing this, you could always pre-paint and do white as a primer, but I didn't, obviously. I find spray paint works really great as a primer for these cutouts. If you want to have a single light coat of whatever light color you're going to use, white spray paint is a really great option, and you can just spray it and let it dry and then come back. And whenever I use spray paint though, I do like to lightly sand. Okay, I don't because sometimes it leaves like little burrs on the wood and it just makes it have a better top coat. So of course I've already got paste on me. All right. Don't forget, I do have a Whatnot show tonight, so if you're not on Whatnot yet, come and join me. You can comment the keyword, which is bunny, and get the link to my page on Whatnot, and then you can just follow me there, and you'll see. I'm going to just use a gray Posca pen to paint both of my bunnies real quick. And I think I put away my black, so I need to pull that back out so that I can dot some eyes here. Alright, So I have been a busy little bee today too, by the way. I put together some ribbon bundles. I got a bunch of new ribbon. And I'm talking a bunch. I needed a tote for all the ribbon that I got. So I put together 5 ribbon bundles. There's Dozer coming in. He just busted in the room. Hopefully he's going to turn around and get back out there because this room is kind of crowded right now with all my stuff on my sale tonight. And he doesn't need to be nosing around in here anyway. Hey, Steph, how are you? Anyway, so yeah, Whatnot sale is tonight in about an hour. So come join me over there. And I'll send out another reminder, but if you're on Whatnot and you're following my page on there, you should get a notification whenever my sale starts. So that is handy. Okay, I think we're good. I could have probably just painted these bunnies with the same color that I used for the frame because it looks the same, but it's fine. So I have this kind of, it's called English green. This other paint pen, it kind of reminds me of like an army green type. I'm going to use it for my leaves over here on my little floral piece. I do love my paint pens. It makes life so easy. Hey Terry, how are ya? Welcome to the party. I'm doing well. I've been a busy little bee today. I had an event yesterday, so I think y'all know I have a hat bar and a nail bar, and so I had a dance competition event yesterday, which went really, really well. Super happy about that. That's why you didn't see me last night, because it was like a 14-hour day yesterday, and I was about dead whenever I got home and got unpacked finally. I had to be at the event at 7 o'clock in the morning, and it didn't let us out until like 6:30. We got to start packing up, so it was a long day. I'm using this, what is this? Chocola pink for the flowers, and I'm going to do the nose and this little heart with the same pink color. I like this. It's kind of a light color, but on the noses, I'm going to add a little bit of blush just to change up that color a little bit. I think I might need 2 coats of this. These are just some cheapo chalk markers that I found on Amazon. I'm in a couple of those groups where they like post Amazon deals. And this was one of them. And I thought, okay, they were like, I don't know, a few dollars, maybe $5 for the whole pack of markers. And so I thought, well, let me just give those a try. I always like getting paint markers, so why not, right? And they turned out to be pretty darn good. I'm not upset about it. Alright. I like that it came with a variety, because the other pinks that I have are more like a hot pink type. And those are just too much whenever I'm trying to do kind of a pastel-y looking pink. So I'm going to do this heart also. I may have to come back whenever that's dry and do another coat on the flowers in the heart, but we'll see how that goes. I need a white. I don't know why I put my white away, but, or did I? I don't know what I did with it. Curiouser and curiouser. Well, I don't know if I'm just losing my mind or what. Maybe I am. Probably. I wouldn't put it past me. Let's see if I have a white over here that I can use. These are not the best whites, but we'll give it a try. I'm just going to do her little, it's like a little color. It's not a great white though. Let me try this one. I have the Sharpie one too. I don't know what I did with my other one. This one's okay. My Posca white pen is the best one for this kind of thing, but who knows? You know, it might be, now that I think about it, it might be in my office next door. I don't know what I would have been doing, but I feel like I remember having it in there. Maybe I did. I don't know. I need to order another one. Hey, Tammy. How are you? Hey, Suzanne. Welcome, girls. Make sure that you come on my Whatnot show tonight, okay? It's going to start at 7:30. I'm going to use this blue. I don't know what it's called. It's written in Chinese. But for his shirt, we'll use this kind of light blue color. Felt kind of Eastery to me for this. And it went sort of with the background colors that we're going with. So I thought, why not? There we go. Alright. Keyword is bunny, by the way. And a blizzard. Oh my gosh. Well, it's like, it was 80 degrees here today, I think. And then this purple, again, I don't know what it's called. It's written in Chinese, but I like this color for her top. Anyway, Whatnot sale tonight. You can comment bunny and get the link to it. Don't forget, I have some ribbon bundles. I have napkin bundles, giveaways. It's going to be fun. And of course, my finished stuff that I've made on my lives is all there. I do have some new things that I've added from, if you look behind me, you'll see that there's not a whole lot back there because I've taken most of it and put it in my sale so that I could make room for new stuff that I'm making because I'm constantly making. Okay. As you all know, I'm spending my evenings making with you. Hi, Nadine. How are you? Hey, Joanne. And, Joanne, I haven't forgotten about you. I had a busy weekend. But, I'll send you an invoice probably tomorrow. Okay? I gotta get back in the working game. I had my event yesterday, and I've been prepping for my sale today. It's been a crazy house over here. A winter storm advisory. Wow. Okay. Well, good luck to you guys. It's hot and already starting to get humid again here. So I'm going to use the sea glass color. This is one of the new chalk colors. If you haven't gotten the stuff from the spring launch, make sure that you do. And we also had the Harry Potter launch too. I don't know if y'all realize, but Chalk is partnering with a bunch of different brands. Like, of course, you know about Peanuts, right? But now we've got Harry Potter stuff. And they're also working on Warner Brothers, Looney Tunes, some other things. But the Harry Potter launch came out, and it was a huge success. There's already sellouts of stuff they had to reorder. So make sure that you go over and check my website for that. And if you're not Perks or a designer yet getting a discount, then you need to sign up for that so that you can save money on your purchases on my website. All right. There we go. Now, I need to flip over my easels. Yeah, sorry for the delay. I'm terrible. I know. Okay, so I'm going to flip over my little easels and just paint the other sides. Because like I said, I don't know which side I need to have painted and which I don't. So might as well just do both, right? Makes it much easier. Snowing since 8 a.m. Oh my gosh. 5 to 6 days of no power in the freezing ice. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they will. Brenda was already saying that they already placed another order, so they do intend to restock Harry Potter. So do not fear. It will be back. All right. There we go. And I'm excited about Harry Potter because I need to make my house shirt. I don't know. Have you guys ever check to see what house you're in? I personally am in Slytherin. But there's a website. I forget what the website is to find out what house you're in. You take a whole test and it's like a personality test and it sorts you. Really fun. So check that out. And if you if you need to know the website, I can help you find it. You can comment house right here and I'll send you a link to the website where you can go get yourself sorted and figure out which house you are. All right. I think we're good here now. There's a few things I want to do. I have my trusty blush that I don't use anymore. So I'm going to take that and just hit those noses just to give them a little bit of a different color than the other pink stuff that I did. And then, of course, we always have to have cheeks. Okay, so a little bit of blush on my little dauber. Wow, those are overdone cheeks, but I do love me some blush, so yeah, I'm Slytherin. Okay, so this is Distressing Ink. I think this is Walnut, yeah. I'm gonna just use this all over on my frame because I don't really want it to be this same gray as my bunnies, and basically that pen that I used was the same color as my paint, so just gonna hit that right here, all on the entire frame. I'm not just doing the edges or anything either, I'm doing the whole thing just to give it a little bit of a darker kind of brownish gray. Oh, I've just changed out my tape on this cardboard and it's very sticky. Which is great until I stick myself to it and then like ripping my hands off of it. Okay. There we go. All right, perfect. Now, that is all good. I think we're all dry here. I'm gonna pull all of these pieces off of here and then we can start assembling, and we are going to use one of the club transfer for the background of the frame too. Alright. Not lose my little nose pieces or this little heart. Almost threw that on the floor. There we go. And then these tiny little buttons I'm going to set up here on my desk. Hopefully I don't lose them. Yeah, I love Harry Potter too. I was a teenager whenever it first started coming out. So, like, it's right up my millennial alley. But, I mean, it's super popular. They're really fun. I've also read the books. So, if you're interested in that kind of thing, they're fun movies. And a really fun story. Yeah, I don't want to say too much, but they're pretty great. Okay, so I did wax. Okay, just so you know. Now, I'm going to use the polka dot pattern because your girl loves some polka dots. Loves polka dots. I mean, I cannot. In fact, I have an entire ribbon bundle for tonight that is just polka dot ribbon for spring. So if you're also into that kind of thing, make sure that you join my sale tonight. I need your support, my friends. Okay, I am going to cut this. I'm not going to cut the backer, though. Okay, I'm going to just cut right up the middle. Make it easier to use. Okay. And I am going to fuzz. I have my fuzzing cloth here. Let me switch this. Now, I use the new sea glass paste color for my base, and then we're going to use this darker teal color. It's kind of like a mix between like a greenish, tealish, Tide, not quite as dark as Tide color. And I do have all the other ones too here. Look. Those are all the new colors. Plus I have the new ink over here too. Alright. Fuzz it a lot. Get that cut out. And plop this right down. I'm going to try and not have to pick up my... Oh wait, look. I need to see. Oh good. I'm not going to have to do this twice. Turn that a little bit so that I get the maximum usage out of my transfer. Now, press down really well. Make sure you don't have any bubbles. And this is that color called Tropic. It's one of the new paste colors that came out for spring. We're just going to use that all over on the polka dots. Like so. There we go. All right. Good to go there. Close up that jar and we will pull that up. I love a polka dot pattern, you guys. I swear, anything that's polka dotted, it's always better with polka dots. Anything. All right, so I'm gonna let that just sit right over there to dry, and we'll put the rest of this stuff together. Let me pull all my pieces over here. I do have my stick fast ready to go. Hi, Susan. Hi, ladies. How are you, my little love bugs? I'm going to just put one little drop of glue right down for the noses. And the boy nose is just a little bit bigger than the girl nose, so keep that in mind. Which the boy's head's just a little bigger. Okay. And I do need to dot on some eyes. There we go. Oh, you know, the other thing that we could do is take our blush and just add a little bit of a pink right there on the ears, see? He's hanging out in here with us, right in the floor right there in front of my desk. All right, perfect. Little touches add a lot, I think, like that. And then just a tiny bit of stick fast goes a super long way. Okay, so just a little bitty dot for that heart. And we'll do the bigger buttons go on the flowers. So we'll go ahead and put those on. Hopefully that's enough glue there. And then we can go ahead and stick our flowers on. Right there. Like that. And I think we're ready to put this entire thing together. So just double checking that that's dry. And I'm gonna put glue directly on my frame. Set that down, and then we can assemble our pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my bunny heads. The little one is the girl to the right. And it's all scored on here, so it makes it pretty easy to put it all together. So a little bit of glue for the shirts. That should pop right in there. I probably should have done her shirt first before that little piece, but that's okay. And then the little flowers, I'm going to just do one up here and the other one across from it down here. This is super cute. And then I was kind of struggling with what to do with these little tiny buttons, but we're going to do 2 of them on his collar. And then I wish I had a tiny little bow, like an itty bitty bow for her, but I don't. So that one's gonna go up here, but it would look cute with a little bow. Okay, there's that. And then we're gonna go take our little easels that we painted and put those together, and see, that's why you need both sides painted, because you can see the back side of one of them. And then, how precious. Look how cute. Anyway, you can comment bunny right here. Make sure that you come and join me on Whatnot here in about, I don't know, 45 minutes. Okay? I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful night. Hope you enjoyed this project. I will see you later. Good night.